What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man, Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Tretch in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Are y'all ready? Gotta be ready. What's up? This is your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let's start off by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Man, it's a beautiful day here at Dope Living, for real. Why? Because this is the Distinguished Authors Guild month. All right, the show. Now I gotta check Gina on something, okay? Because in the teaser that she puts out there, it says, yeah, Gina, I got you. I see her out there. It said November the 7th. She know damn well it ain't on November the 7th. It's November the 6th. All right? So disregard what she put there. I said a bad word. I said I want to say it, but it's in the context, so it flows, all right? Let's bring her on.
It is November 7th. Don't be confusing my folks.
You said that we was doing it on the 6th.
No, I didn't. You go from the 10th to the 9th to the 6th to the 1st. You the one confused. It's November 7th at Theater 47. And you call it Theater 68.
Hey, man,
So
look.
y'all can't listen to him.
Let me tell you, man. I've been knowing my son's mother. For over 30 years, right? To this day, I don't know. I get her birthday wrong every year. Okay.
I believe it.
And she's just like, whatever day you choose, Greg, it's cool. Whatever day you choose.
I believe it.
But believe this is the month that we get to talk to these amazing authors. Okay, we had such a great time yesterday, man. And
yes.
the thing is, now we got to roll dice to see which one after this is over with, which one we're gonna do for a whole hour first. Okay, because we gotta have them 60 minutes is not long enough for all of those artists to
I wanted to keep going.
I know.
But we had to be on the D Stark show. We couldn't stand up the D Stark show, so we had to cut it, but we did not want to.
But we ain't gotta be on the D Stark show tonight. So if it goes
over, Dr. Holloway,
it goes
another
over.
DAG winner.
Yes. It goes so far.
Man, I mean, I'm telling you, the background journey that these authors have, it's definitely enough to make you want to buy the book, enough to make you want to come out and meet them on November 7th. Yes. I'm telling you, it's just that their stories are so some heart-wrenching, some heartbreaking, some want to make you cry, some want to make you laugh. We all have a journey. But you know what? They were strong enough to put their journey and their words in a book so that they could share with others who are going through the very same thing.
That's the amazing part about it, man. And I can't wait to see my brother, man. What's going on, Mo?
Hey, Mo.
Y'all can see him.
Mo, you in a hotel room today. I don't see the grand piano.
That's Willie Nelson on the road again.
Mm-hmm. On the road again.
Something like that.
That's all good. Good to see you, bro. Gina, we have talked 5 minutes. Okay, we got to get this going, okay? Your turn.
Yes. We have 2 nominees tonight. Two nominees, amazing authors. We're going to start with Paula Karll, because Paula was a winner, I'm going to say 2022 as well. So we're going to bring her on and introduce her tonight. And she's going to talk about her journey in her book as well. Hey, author Karll.
Hello, 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 hello.
I have to admit, Paula,
Yes.
I just got back in I just went over to Paula's place, to her store. That's where I spend my money now, y'all. When my granddaughter needs to get hair, to get her hair done, we go over there and we support our very own author Karll, because you know what? My granddaughter went in there and went crazy. You had that stuff on sale, baby.
Well, thank you, granddaughter.
I'm looking at her like, yeah, we just came for 2 packs of hair. What's all that? And spend almost $60. But she said, but look, she said, look, Nana, look how much stuff I got for $60. So I couldn't even complain.
Your secrets, Gina. You just told your secrets. Now y'all here buying hair. Now we know if you can't grow it, you gotta go buy it. Come on, man.
It's yours once you buy it, though. It's your hair. But you know what? We got to get on the book. But I have to say, Dr. Karll, she went to school for hair care. She went to school for hair care. So why not buy from the professional that knows about hair, as opposed to going in here and dealing with people who knows nothing about hair? I went in there and I found some shampoo for my granddaughter, because I'm not going to tell all her business, but the last person did her braids, pulled her hair too tight, and she got some stress. She had some stress in her hair. And so I saw her shampoo in there. I got that shampoo, girl. I got that shampoo.
Hey, Gina, can I ask you a question?
I'm going to the professional.
Gina.
Yes.
Did you send Steven the link?
Did I? Steve,
no.
I'm sorry, Steve. It's his fault, because when I send it, he should be forwarding it over to you. Because
how's it my fault?
I don't know.
Geez.
I just wanted to be your fault, not mine.
I got it. I take it. You know, I'm gonna take anything I can from my sister. But
really quick, Dr. Karll, let's bring our other guest on, so he's not sitting in the green room by himself. She's not sitting in the green room by herself. Wow. And you guys are going to recognize this author because she won last year. Yes, and so she's a recurring winner, a recurring nominee. So let's bring on author Bobbie Strutchen. Hey, Bobbie.
Hey, Bobbie.
I don't know what Bobbie did. Bobbie then went somewhere and found the Fountain of Youth, because I'm telling you, I'm looking at Bobbie like I'm thinking her pictures are filtered. That's really Bobbie.
You see it flash, didn't it flicker?
That's really Bobbie. She looked like she been unaged. How you do that?
I've got a wonderful boyfriend.
Oh.
She brought her on the Monday on the relationship roundtable. She glowing. She is
wonderful boyfriend.
Hey, Bobbie. So he petting her right. He's petting it right.
Mo, I'm so glad to see you, because I knew you were going to bring that flavor. I was looking forward to you popping up in here.
We're gonna wait until Relationship Mondays, and then we're gonna bring Bobbie up. We're gonna talk about the book today. It's all about the books today.
Yeah. I told Bobbie, I'm one of, and I told y'all before, I'm her biggest fan, man. Okay, she always supports us, and you know the support is being thrown back to you right now. Okay, we're so blessed to have you both on the show. Welcome to the show, guys.
Come on, Steve, get on here. Steve, get on here. We waiting on Steve to log on. Get on here. But before Steve get on, we'll wait on him to get on. But let's get started. Introduce yourself, author Karll. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Wow. So I am the woman that wears many hats. I am Paula M. Karll. I am a children's author. And like I said, I wear many hats. So not only am I an author, I'm an entrepreneur. I own a beauty supply store and a beauty salon, and a nonprofit organization called Donate Knowledge. So I am happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
We appreciate it. Hey, before you go on, Gina, the nasty book writing lady, she says, Bobbie got a book.
Her books are not nasty. We enjoy her books.
Here we go.
Natalie, don't listen to him.
Natalie,
No,
don't
listen to
listen
me.
to him.
Don't
Listen
listen.
to me.
I'm listening
Don't
to
listen
you,
to him.
Natalie.
She writes them books. You can only read her books after midnight.
Man, I took her book on the plane too.
See?
Boy, I could not put that book down. I was glad I was on a 13-hour flight over to Hawaii because I got to read the whole book before I landed.
You probably had a glass of Courvoisier too, right?
Nah.
Brother Robert was in trouble when they landed.
Pastor Courvoisier. Pastor Courvoisier.
when that plane landed, boy, it was on the pop.
Let's get to these authors. I got to hear about these books.
Yes. So tell us your journey, Arthur Karll. Tell us what inspired you to write books, because I know you have children's books and you have lots of them, and you have beautiful children.
Thank you. So my first book was about my first daughter experiencing her sibling for the first time. So she was 3 at the time. So it was based on a true story. And I turned it into a children's book where you have a child who just doesn't know how to accept a sibling. So it is about my children. And then it's called The Adventures of Ellie and Eve. Ellie Meets the New Baby. And then my second book is The Adventures of Ellie and Eve. Ellie Meets a New Friend. And this book is really special because I am also a special education teacher, where I wrote this book about children with abilities, not disability, because I take the dis out of disability. And it was about a girl who, well, they were at the park, right? This was based on a true story. So my daughters was at the park and they wanted to play with children, but they was like, no. So I didn't know if it was a language barrier, if it was they just didn't want to play with them. And so this other little girl was walking, but she had a crutch, right? Walking. And so my daughter was like, Mom, that's who I want to play with. So for her, she didn't see that disability. She didn't see the ailment in this little girl. All she saw was a friend. So that's how my second book came about. And I'm excited about that. And then I'm also a part of a co-author's book journey, which is also nominated. I wrote the story based on my experience of having 3 miscarriages. So I wrote about that story in that book. So I'm excited.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
I know it's hard to write a story about something that happened to you. I don't know. I have children's books, so that just make kids laugh and have fun. But to write a book on something you experience has to be a different journey.
Yes.
And you know what, Gina? Let me say this too. Not only that she's experienced it, but it's something that's so very, very, very personal. And that's what gets me with a lot of these authors. Okay, they're telling us really personal story. They're sharing it with the world.
Right.
Really personal story. I couldn't do that because I'd be in jail.
Well, you know what? That story was more about perseverance. It was more about sustaining and also overcoming all the challenges I went through, because to be honest, I didn't think I was going to have another child. And so during my 2 children, that's when I experienced those miscarriages. So my last daughter actually was the purpose of me writing my first children's book, which is Ellie Meets the New Baby, the first book.
Hold that back up. Hold it back up. Okay.
And then my second book, like I said, is more, even if the first one is more about inclusion and diversity, but this book, which is Ellie Meets a New Friend, is also about diversity and inclusion, which is really near and dear to my heart. So that's what I want to share with the world.
Okay. Very good.
Awesome.
Love the illustration.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Bobbie.
Okay.
Bobbie.
She's shaking her head.
What's going on, Bobbie?
I'm shaking my head.
So, Bobbie, what's up? What about you? What's going on with you?
Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me here on my #1 show, Dope Living TV. It is such a privilege to be here with you guys, all you national radio Hall of Famers. I'm so glad to be here with Miss Paula. It's a pleasure to meet you, another D.A.G nominee. And this is going to be my first year as a D.A.G, Distinguished Authors Guild Ambassador. So I've got a lot going from a author to a D.A.G ambassador, and now being nominated again for a collection, Sacred Seeds of Wisdom, that's collected by Dr. Karll Stevens. Woo-hoo. I'm so glad to be here. I am a professional woman by trade. I've done a lot of years in the nonprofit sector, as well as being a licensed practical nurse for over 30-something years. Oh, wow. So those two things keep me pretty busy, but I also have a full-time life dedicated to Jesus Christ as a minister. Okay. Yeah, my title, but above that, I am a child of God, and that is like so fantastic. Amen. So I'm so glad to be here tonight. Listen, I'm like her. I wear a lot of hats, and I ain't even trying to do all that tonight. I just want to talk about how good it is to be in the company of you all. You have poured so much into me, and now I'm gaining so much to pour out. So thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure.
It's our blessing
always
to have you guys. Really, is. I take really, I really love the fact when this time comes around and we get to talk to these authors, including the nasty one. We just want to make sure that we
leave my buddy alone.
She just nasty.
Nasty. Ooh.
I mean, you know, honestly, Natalie's a great author, okay, but when you read her book, you got to make sure the kids ain't around. You know, nobody looking over your shoulder. And again, Cavassier and Midnight, it works together. But it's a great thing when you guys come on, because we get a chance to, number one, share with our audience your journey, and number two, we learn a lot from you guys. All right, and for me personally, I can't speak for the rest of the crew, but for me, it's a humbling experience because, again, you guys are telling personal stories, which I know I can't tell all of my stuff. And I'm quite sure some of the other guys can't either. Without making us look a little bad. Well, I can only speak for myself. Without making me look really terrible in people's eyes, I can't tell my story, okay? And again, I write a book. It's going to be 50 pages, and there's going to be one word on each page.
Well, I have to backtrack before we move on, because Bobbie mentioned something, and people are probably like, okay, what's an ambassador? Both authors, both nominees on here tonight are ambassadors.
Yeah,
Paula's an ambassador, and I'm going to let them tell you what the ambassador is in their ambassador experience. So go ahead, Bobbie, since you brought it up, tell everyone what a D.A.G ambassador is.
Well, after having the experience of being an author, and I had no understanding of how to go forward once writing the book. The book is written. The book is published, it's out there on Amazon, and it's like, what do you do next? And so D.A.G plays a crucial role in grooming and supporting and nurturing up-and-coming authors. Even if you're an author who has experience, D.A.G comes alongside of you, and they support the journey of actually exposing the story that you've been so brave to write. And as an ambassador, I take the platforms that I have to reach out to all of the authors, even those that are budding authors, those that don't even know that they're authors, to tell them, come here into this community. And not only would they support you and nurture you, but they are broadening the horizons for your journey as an author like you can't imagine.
Wow. Because I always wonder what, Gina, she popped out, okay, after last year, she's like, everybody's talking about ambassadors. And I'm like, ambassadors, what, they from England? I mean, what's going on?
They're kings and queens.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? I'm sorry. Paula, what's an ambassador to you? Being an ambassador, what does that mean to you?
It's a community that embraces your unique individuality tone. It's a community that helps you brand. It's a community that helps get you exposed. It's a community that's connected for the sole purpose of sharing our stories, unique stories, individually and together. It's also, D.A.G also means that you can also go across the world, and having this experience by sharing with other authors, telling them about the experience that we had with D.A.G. I mean, we get messages every day, but the messages is encouraging, it's to push us, it's to drive us, it's to increase us. So D.A.G as an ambassador, I am grateful to be a part. I'm grateful to be recognized, to be in this position to support not only the brand, but also the community of Arthur to tell our stories.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good thing, all right, because you guys are creating a big community. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger every year. So that community of people that you guys are supporting, showing love to, that's a good thing, all right. And now you guys are a part of a community of people that are going to help each other get to another level. Because when you write books, Bobbie did. I mean, who left? Mo. Okay. When you write books,
I think he was having a few difficulties. I had heard some feedback with him, so I think he either got kicked off or logged. You know, when he's on the road, he run into problems like that sometimes.
Absolutely, he does. But you know, he'll be back. But yeah, you guys do your thing, okay? Because I imagine it's going to be bigger and better this year. And again, I'm so happy that I get a chance to sit down with you guys. And I want to, Gina, you got to let me have a moment on stage. You got to let me have a moment.
I'm scared.
I keep them in line, Gina.
I don't know what to expect.
I keep them in line, Gina.
All right, Logan Steve is there. I'll do that.
I ain't gonna let him. I ain't gonna let him go too far.
Okay.
I'll probably, you know me, Gina. I'll probably cry, man, because
he'll be up there saying, "Okay, my number is 777-9311."
And I bet some young folks gonna dial it because they don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Oh, I got Greg Gray's
number.
I got a number.
We gotta keep him with
Hey, when Morris Day answer the phone, look, okay. But no, so your journeys, man, your journeys are amazing journeys. I'm quite sure. Okay, tell us what made you, number one, want to be an author, and how did you get? What was the process for that? What was the process for writing these books? Anyone you can start.
I can start. So it was during the pandemic, right? And so I wanted something that I could own. And I'm tying this in because I also am a hairstylist. And at the time I was like, do I want to create my own product line? Do I want to do this? And I was like, well, I sell professional products in my salon. And sometimes, you know, I have stylists in there. I'm like, they're not purchasing that. I'm like, no. But then I was like, you know what? I'm an educator. You know what? I can write a book. And so that led me to sit down and have a lot of time during that 2020 pandemic. I did a lot of reflection. And if you Google me or hashtag me, you see that my hashtag is reflection. So I do a lot of reflection on my day throughout the day, daily, and just to see how I can inspire somebody. But I am more so about positively in helping others grow. So that's what led me to write, is that I wanted to make sure I leave a legacy, make sure that it's something that I own and I can produce it and publish it whenever and sell it whatever I want to. So that was my mission.
That pandemic, man, got everybody writing, boy.
They should have been. It was enough time for anybody and everybody to get their business on track, get a plan, and move forward once it was lifted. If they didn't do that, shame on them.
Shame on them. That's right. Bobbie, what about you?
Well, my mother had this passion that she wanted to be able to tell her story of faith. And during her lifetime, there were certain things that were just frowned on. Okay, there were certain things you could testify and talk about the goodness of God, but then there was still some things you just weren't. People weren't comfortable with what you had to say, because sometimes your testimony would make somebody else look bad.
Right.
So my mom was like, well, I want to tell what the Lord did for me in my own voice, just the way it happened. I don't want you to help me or change it. So we started writing her story. She grew up in the 40s, and during that time, and being a Black woman on top of it, she wasn't literate, but then she wasn't, poverty was the norm. And, it just wasn't that atmosphere where she could do what her vision was. So we would get together and write. A lot of mornings she would call me and say, listen, God just gave me something. Write this down. I want you to write it down because you're out there among the people and you'll know how to get it said. And I said, Mama, you're going to be able to say it. You will tell your story. And so before she passed away, I was able to capture a lot of that testimony that she had. And when she passed, I kind of didn't want to do it anymore and put it away. It was too much, too heavy. But thank God for people who encouraged me, and I was able to bring it back up. And to honor her, I just finished the book. That was good. And so when Dr. Barbara Whitehead, who was also a D.A.G nominee and a winner with Kingdom Publications, she nurtured me through that point to get that book out there. And after it got out there, I didn't know what to do. Hence, here comes the Distinguished Authors Guild. And now, her story is actually alive in the concept she wanted it. So I wrote it so that her voice could be heard. And that's straight from Little Doran, Georgia now, a little nowhere place. But here I am on Dope Living TV. What's up? And there are people everywhere. There are people everywhere who hears this lady right here. You can get the book, and the secret isn't a secret anymore. God really does heal terrible stuff. God does heal the ugly stuff. You don't have to stay trapped there. That's it.
All you gotta do is let him.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what? Those stories are so deep in it's deep in your feelings. Like, your life is more than just a book that was written. Here it is. You're carrying on your mom's legacy. Right. Paula, you're carrying on your children's legacy. So it's more than just a book.
It's part of you. It is part of you. It's not just a book. It was part of you before it became a book.
So what gets me is this, and the question I want to ask you guys is that, being that these are so personal, these stories are so personal, was there ever a moment when you were writing that you said, man, I want to pull back a little bit, or maybe I should pull back, maybe I should not tell this? Was there a point of saying, maybe I shouldn't?
Good question.
Absolutely. For me, absolutely. There were times that I wanted to change the way that it was presented, but kind of make sure that my family isn't offended, my church isn't offended, the community isn't offended. I mean, that's racism that my mama lived through, and I didn't want to make my other nationalities feel bad. I mean, it was, and I said, well, shoot, I'll just, but it's my mama's voice. That's why when you read Walking on Streets of Gold, of course the English is not correct because that's not how she spoke. So the words are her words the way she would say it. And so I just really, along the way, stay committed to her. And that's what helped me to push on and say, I can't change this, because then it isn't her anymore. So that's what helped me to stay true to the vision of the book.
Nice. Paula, what about you?
No, it wasn't a point where I didn't want to share. I wanted to share to uplift and to encourage all the pain that I went through, even after talk to other people women that have experienced miscarriages, the inclusion of my children's book. I wanted to share, I know my children are going to always be looked at differently, because they're biracial, but I also wanted to make sure that story is heard and that story is told through an authentic message in a childlike way.
Interesting. Interesting.
I have a question for Paula.
Yeah, go ahead.
Paula, a lot of people don't know this, but Paula is a triplet.
Yes.
So I want to know when Paula will write a book on being the experience of being a triplet.
It probably wasn't Paula. It was probably a sister. That's what it was. It wasn't even her.
Right.
Three of them, y'all.
Could be my sister, right? No, but yeah, I am one of a triplet. And then my parents are Jamaican, so today is Jamaican Independence Day. Yeah, I got my yellow on, so yellow and black also. But I don't know. People ask me like, are you gonna write this story? But if you don't know that I'm a triplet, you won't know. You know what I mean? It's unique. It sets me apart. But I don't know. I mean, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean it's an experience others cannot write about.
True.
Is it all girls?
No, it's 2 girls and a boy.
2 girls and a boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, for everybody, we're talking to some authors, and they're going to be at the Distinguished Authors Guild on the 7th of November. It's going to be a great. You all got to come. All right. If we want to pack the house, okay. So even if tickets are not sold, we're gonna push some more people in. All right. But let me ask you guys: when you're writing your books, do you get to a point where you start acting them out, or remembering some stuff? It's like, except for the nasty lady, we don't want to hear yours. But
we know she acting hers out.
Yeah, she can't act hers out.
Hey, Greg.
I had to throw that in. That sorry.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
You call her nastily.
Nastily. Okay. She get to acting hers off. All the clothes come off. It's crazy. Okay. He put his hand down my. Anyway, do you guys,
man. I ain't got no good communication here. This thing's all grouped up, so y'all got to bear with me.
Hey, I ain't cursed
yet.
Okay. I ain't cursed yet. But do you guys ever try to act them out?
I don't. I think it's because of the subject matter that I wrote about. I do experience the strength from my book because the truth of it still resonates in my life.
Yeah.
So there are times that I can't stray too far from first my mother's love, because having her pass during the process of completing the book, to read it is to hear her again. And some days I can do that and it's cool, it's laughter and stuff. And then other days I can read it and I gotta chill a minute there, So that's what I would say about my my book, Walking on Streets of Gold. And the second book, Sacred Seeds of Wisdom, that I am doing with Dr. Karll. And in that piece, I feel more committed, as I read my story. I kind of get caught up in stay true to telling somebody the truth. If you're going to help them for real. Yeah. Don't tell facts. They're going to find out anyway.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
That's great. Paula?
Where did you come from? How did you think of the name Walking on Streets of Gold? I love that name.
Oh my goodness. Well, as my mama's, she was terminal toward the end of her life, and she dealt with a whole lot of things that God had to heal her from so she could forgive and let it go to be at peace. And so as she was in the end stage of her life, she would tell me, she says, nobody really dies when they're with Jesus because he's never dead. So you end up with him. And so you're always alive. And she says, and so what you got to know is when my time comes and it's going to hurt really bad, but I want you to know that I'm not there. I'm going to be walking on streets of gold with Jesus Christ. So when this time happens, she's leaving me, and I know it because she has so many. She had strokes, so I lost her personality before I lost her physically. And so when I've lost her, she's not the woman that I knew. Yeah. But she could still talk and tell me, I'm going to be walking on streets of gold. That's what you need to know. That's what people who lose a loved one need to know, is that they're not, and you know, and again, Greg, that answers to where there's some things I thought about not writing, because everybody's journey with grief is different. I'm not saying this to say this is how someone should grieve, but I am saying this. The story that I wrote was from a person who was going through the journey and saying that there's a promise made to me, daughter, that I am going to be with Jesus, and where he is, the streets are paved with gold. That's where I'm going to be walking. So she was giving me the gift of how to go through the grieving process, that she's not at the cemetery where we laid her remains. You know, she's not somewhere pitiful and doomed, and she's like, listen, I'm gonna see you again. I would just advise somebody, if you are grieving, to get the book, because walking on streets of gold, it has the painful stuff. I mean, that's life, but at the end of it, that's where I want you to go. Get the book and go all the way to the end, where that loved one that we miss so bad, hurt so bad, and some of them memories are so jacked up. You know, in the book, my mama says, listen, I'm an overcomer. So don't feel mad about the racism I suffered. I'm over that. You don't have to get mad at people because how I was done. I went through abuse. Don't get mad at people who you know abused me, baby. I'm done. I'm healed. I'm walking on streets of gold. You understand, baby? I've got my reward.
I'm on the right side of the Father.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have some tears. I got chills coming down.
I'm trying not to get tears.
I'm telling you, because we all can relate to that pain. We all can relate to what we went through and how what we had to endure to come out of losing a loved one. You know, and that could be whether in death or whether they you know, somehow they left in some way. But the death part is really, really hard. A lot of people don't know how to deal with it. I was in a depression. I didn't even know it, because I'd never been in a depression. I didn't know what it looked like or what it felt like. But looking back, I said to myself, I was depressed and didn't know it. I couldn't sit at my dining room table because that's where me and my late husband used to have coffee.
Wow.
I couldn't frequent certain restaurants we would go to on our anniversaries or birthdays. I couldn't go back in there. And looking back, I was going through a depression.
Wow.
Yeah, that's powerful, man. I got me over here in tears because
man.
You know, I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, that's powerful. That's powerful.
It's very powerful, very powerful.
Now
But you know what?
Look
Look what she has done. Look what her mom has done. She has put something out there to help individuals going through this. You don't have to do it alone. Pick up the book, get the book, and read the book so you know how to deal with it and know that you are not alone.
She left a legacy.
Bobbie, I don't like you. Side note. So Paula, what's next? I mean, when you've written the book, do you make it a task to do better the next book, or are you satisfied with the way that you wrote this book, the response that you're getting from this book, and say, well, hey, when I do the next one, I'm gonna follow that same path, or do you change it up?
Well, as far as the children book, the pattern that I follow is a 4-line book. However, I changed it up on the second book. So I was trying to keep that same strategy of having a 4-line kind of rhyming at the end in my first book. But the second book was so much more to that I could not keep that same pattern. So whatever comes to the thought process, the layout, getting help with my editor is the way that I want the book to flow. Just making sure that the message is meaningful, is uplifting, encouraging, and also leaving some type of positivity in children. Again, positivity is just who I am. It's just what I want to do and what I want to share with the world. So that's really the message that I want to leave in each of my books. So it's not necessarily a pattern, but it is sharing empathy, love, kind, and all of those good things.
What's 4 lines? What's 4 lines?
I gotta ask this
What's
though.
4 lines?
Yeah, what's 4 lines?
That's a good question. That was my question because some people don't know what that is.
Okay, so I'll read a sentence, a verse in my first book. Okay.
How do you finish? You want to get one of the triplets to help you?
So it says, the first page says, "My name is Ellie King, and I love to laugh and play. I love to go to the park and enjoy my dolls all day." And that's just 4 lines.
Okay. There you go.
Hold on.
And so this first book was only 4 lines in each page.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Y'all learned some stuff, didn't you?
Man, I just learned something.
Yeah. Y'all learned some stuff.
You would have never thought you can write a book with just 4 lines a page.
4 lines and having it rhyming at the end.
Yeah.
Then I can. Then my book with 1 word per page, it's gonna be good then. No,
it might work,
not
Greg.
your book. Not your book.
It's inspirational. It's inspirational tales of Natalie Murphy's books.
Not your book.
But you guys motivate
He
me.
wants that book. Let's get him that book. Let's get him that book. He really wants that book to read it. So, Natalie, we got to get him that book, Natalie.
No, Gina, go ahead, Steve. Say what you got to say, because I got a question for Gina.
You guys motivate me because I've been, while listening to the nominees, I've been trying to find a way and get it out to try to write a story about growing up having seizures and just listening to you guys. Man, you are motivation.
Yes. I think Bobbie gave you kind of an outline because it's an experience, you know.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I was truly listening to.
That right there is a motivator.
It's definitely motivation.
You don't know how many people you would touch, Steve.
I'm trying. I'm trying, definitely.
Write that book. It's a platform. I mean, the D.A.G is a platform. Yes, the Distinguished Authors Guild celebrates authors, but it's a platform also for people to get their work out and to network. And I'm telling you, the ideas I got right now for next year is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. But Gene, I had to ask you a question. I got to ask you, when is Natalie coming on?
Why? You no, I'm just telling you. I want her to have the heads up first. She can come up with the gloves first.
I want to make sure
you gotta read the book so he can share out.
I want to make sure he has some clothes on when the show come on. That's what you got to make sure.
Maurice, you know what I'm talking about. I want to make sure I have a whole roll of brownie and some lotion when she come on. Okay.
Would you get some baby? Would you get some baby oil?
Background talking about some take that.
Y'all are crazy.
But no, man, seriously, you guys are very inspirational. And Theron says, write that book, Steve. You should, Steve. You should write the book.
That's right, Steve.
And see, as opposed to the first time that the Distinguished Authors Guild was out, now you have a whole lot of people that will encourage you, that will support you, that will push that book. I'm telling you, man. Patricia says, Stephen, if you're compelled to write it, there will be those who are compelled to read it. Read what you have to say. Okay.
Yes.
All right, y'all. But let's speak on these beautiful authors here today.
That's all right. We sharing. It's
not me.
Toss that off,
Not
but
me.
we already know about the Steve Edwards Foundation, so don't worry about it.
Right. We are here for these beautiful ladies and authors that are nominated for the D.A.G award.
And Natalie says, Natalie says that she writes romance, not porn.
Okay.
That's right. She writes romance.
Same thing, man. If you're reading it, have your
the same thing. It's not the same thing.
Have your lotion and your brawny. It's gonna be all good.
One quick question before we leave for both ladies, and I'm gonna start with you, Paula. You have a lot. You do have a lot of hats: entrepreneur, children, husband. You have your store. You write book. How do you find time? Tell us how you find time to write a book.
Good question.
I put everything in a specific drawer. When I'm ready to open that drawer, I make sure that task is done. But I do get up in the middle of the night and do a lot of my work because I am undistracted. No one is around. They sleeping. So I get up in the middle of the night. That's when I do my best work. That's when I think the most. But again, I put everything in a box, in a drawer, and just take it out when I'm ready.
We got a lot in common. We got a lot in common, Paula, because I do my best work at night too.
I thought you weren't going to reveal everybody your night job.
Right about that, Natalie. Right about that, Natalie.
I do my best job at night too when I go to sleep.
But rest is good. You know, you got to have some rest, you know.
Right.
But you know what helps me? I got the sleep number bed, so you know, I get a lot of rest.
What's your number?
What number are you? Because I'm sick.
I ain't telling.
I'm sick.
Then you just say don't tell everything to the world. Hey, look.
She said, I'm not telling my sleep number.
I am sick. So if there's anything that you guys could tell someone who wants to write books, what would be an easy, maybe something to inspire them to say, I'm gonna go ahead and do it? What would you say? Bobbie, let's start with you.
I would say in those moments when those thoughts come to you, and they could come at any time, you may be in the car driving, and when that inspiration hits you, if you have to record it on your phone, if you have to, when you do stop, write that down. Write down whatever. Don't try to wait for the whole thing to come together, so to speak. Just you know when it's the book because it speaks to you. Capture it then. Make a collection. It'll grow.
Okay. Paula?
Yeah, so I would say I take it as a picture when you're painting. You got to put one dab down, put another dab down, draw a stroke, continue that stroke, and everything will come together. So push yourself and do it.
Jeannie, you're an author. What would you say?
I do exactly what Bobbie said. Both of them said. I used to speak through my phone so that when I got a thought, I would have that thought. I wouldn't lose it because you have these great thoughts and then 10 minutes later, it's gone out your head. And so I would speak it into my phone so that I would have it in my notes. And I was one who would stay up late at night to write because it was peaceful. Just like Paula said, it was, you didn't have any interruptions with the phone or with, your daily duties or the children. So both of what they said is how I wrote my books.
Wow. Okay. So it's not really a process. It's just, hey, when I get the moment, when I feel the spirit.
That is the process. That is the process. Mm-hmm. It's the process. And then the creativity come in, and all of it will come together as a beautiful picture, unique picture that tells about you and your story.
So I guess it seems like everybody here has a similar way of putting those books together. So how does Natalie put her books together if you got to put pieces together?
Well, we're gonna have to ask Natalie when
Right.
we're gonna have to find out or get it from the horse's mouth.
She might have, yes. Listen,
Well, you know, Natalie's stories are completely different.
Look, he done turned his head around.
And she not sleep when she doing her stories.
Thank you. But she remembers something.
Conclusion.
Hey, she remembers something though, Steve. She remembered it. That's for sure. So it must have been worthy.
Yes.
I really do want to know what Natalie. We never asked her that question.
Well, I think we will when she come on.
Yeah.
I think we will.
Yeah. What's up, Patricia Wallace? She's another great author out there, man. Very supportive, very
that's family.
Inspiration. Shout out to her. She says, "Awesome insight, Bobbie and Paula." Awesome, and that's what we get from you guys, man. We get insight, we get inspiration, we get a lot of knowledge. You know, it's just a great feeling of love when you guys come to the show, and it's going to be the same thing at the Distinguished Authors Guild. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna Gina, how much time we got before the show actually starts?
An hour.
Okay, I want to be.
We have the red carpet. Well, the authors will be there for the red carpet interviews. They'll be there before the ticket holders get there because they're going to have a private session where they're going to have the red carpet interviews with all of the nominees, and then we move into the champagne gala. And then, you know, there's networking during that champagne gala. I mean, it is such a networking time and people getting to know each other. A lot of the authors have not met each other face to face.
Right.
So this is an opportunity to meet them in person. Even some of the audience members, even some, you know, people on Facebook that reach out to them, they're able to meet them in person. And I'm telling you, they're right about the fact that people from all over the United States reach out to them about their books, about their journey, about, you know, personal things that they do. Because I tell everybody all the time, authors do more than write books. Yeah. And so, you know, we have authors that's doing other things other than writing books. And there's plenty of people who reach out to them all over just to, you know, pick their mind and get information. So that networking session, oh my gosh, we couldn't even move the crowd last year. We could not move the crowd out of the lobby. That's why I did something a little different this year because we could not get that crowd out the lobby. They wanted to continue to stay out there and network and talk. And it was time for the show to start.
Well, this year I'm going to be out there doing Facebook Live, okay? I'm going to sit down with everybody and get a little quick interview, Facebook Live. We're going to make it happen, all right? We're going to make it happen. We want it to be an experience, okay? Just like last year, but we wanted it to be a greater experience because as the Distinguished Authors Guild award show grows, we have to grow as well. And we got to do different things in order to make sure that the experience is great for all of you authors, okay? Because you guys are giving us a part of you. So we appreciate you guys hanging out with us, coming on the show, man. Patricia says that was one of the best experiences for me, meeting the other authors in person, sharing that experience together. You've created an awesome platform for us authors, Gina, says Natalie Murphy.
You know what? They created that platform.
Yeah.
Rachel says the Distinguished Authors Guild is filled with talented authors. Farron says definitely a night to remember. Yeah, it is a night to remember.
Yes.
Bobbie, Paul, is there anything else before we get out of here you guys want to say real quick?
Go right.
I want to,
and that's WRIT8. Right. Not RIGHT.
You can go right, but just right.
I was going to say, hold up, where are we going with that?
Come on,
go right, not left.
Sound like Trump.
I wanted to get that out there so they had the right meaning.
All right, come on, Maurice, go right.
I just wanted to thank all of the other authors and the ambassadors that I see online. I'm not able to chat with you all, but I am just so glad to see you all here on the show. Natalie, I will get the book and try to find out what in the world is Mo and Greg.
Yes, right.
I don't even know where they come from, but Nat, I'm gonna read it and hey, When you come on and they start talking, I'm gonna be hot with the keys right there with you, girl.
Right.
Make sure you got your Courvoisier.
Oh. Now she gonna have the
what's in
orange
that
juice.
can?
She gonna have the orange juice. She not gonna have that Courvoisier.
I love that Southern accent.
You know what? She has that Southern dialect. I mean,
I
you can
love it.
really hear it.
I love it so much.
Thanks for the encouragement, Steve. Thank you, because sometimes I be trying to think if anybody's gonna be able to dissect it, and I just flow with it. So thank you, Steve.
Oh, I love it. It's awesome. They dissect it. We understand clearly everything you're saying.
That's right. That's right.
Hey Mo, what you got? What you got, bro?
Man, look, it's a beautiful thing as usual. Gina and the artists come through and do their thing, and this is so great because the outlet is, I mean, outpouring of someplace where these artists could get out there and do their thing, you know.
Yes.
And it was like the right time, right place, right everything. And sister up there, she got it and accelerators to the floor. I appreciate the artists coming out and actually participating and getting in on this. This is a beautiful thing, y'all.
For sure, Steve.
I just want to second everything Mo said. Everything you're doing, Gina, with the Distinguished Authors Guild is awesome. I'm just happy to be a part of it for the first time, and I just want to see it grow.
Oh yeah,
I just want to see it grow.
Done, Gina.
Man, I'm tearing up, y'all. I'm telling you, this is nothing but God. You know, it's nothing but God. And you know what? The authors, people want to give me accolades. This would not be successful without the Distinguished Authors Guild authors.
That's true.
They are the ones that make this a success. They are the ones who are out there. The ambassadors, their role is to be out there. They are the face of D.A.G. They are the ones that are pushing all of those posts that you see, those emails, they're all over the place on social media. Those are the ambassadors. They make sure that the D.A.G brand is out there. This could not be done without them and without the knowledge and that they have and the want to that they have. You know, and every year, my brother know, every year I want to throw in the towel. Every year I said, this is my last year. It's just too hard. It's too much.
And
we have no funding.
We
have no grants. We don't have that. We built this community around each other, around the authors, around the nominees. We don't have people throwing money at us. And so every year it's always, I'm always having that feeling that I can't do this anymore. I don't have any money. I don't have, and you know what?
She got money, y'all. She got money.
Everybody on this panel, they push me and say, no, you're not throwing in the towel. And God always opened the door where I can continue. Sometimes I don't even know where am I going to get the other half of the funds to pay off the venue, but it always happens.
God bless you.
So let me
bless them.
Let me get my moment. Let me get my moment here, okay? Because again, I have to say this every time Gina goes off into that diatribe. Gina, you do not understand what you've done, okay?
Sure.
You have not accepted what you've done, all right? Yes, and maybe it's because that you work so hard at it to make sure that it happens, but what you've done is you've created a life for these authors, all right? You've created a different atmosphere for these authors. You've created a different place, a different platform to love on people. You know what I'm saying? You've done this, okay? And I say this all the time to you. You do not know your worth when it comes to this D.A.G. You don't know your worth, all right? But you'll understand it, okay? Listen to this. You know, this is my moment, y'all. Listen to this. You create. I gotta take mine. Natalie said you created an awesome platform for us authors, Gina. Rachel, the Distinguished Authors Guild is filled with talented authors. Farron, definitely a night to remember.
You did have some fun.
Says, we are because of you, Gina. Rachel, we as ambassadors are here to support. Patricia, what Rachel said, Gina, you have to take this. Rachel again, Gina Gatson, we appreciate you and are so happy to support. You have to understand, Gina.
Yes.
Even though you don't see or feel all the time that you've created something, okay? Again, I challenge everybody to go online and look for another show that celebrates authors. You're not going to find many, all right? But you're not going to find one that does it like this, all right? Gina, you have done so much for these people, these authors, and not just the authors, but everybody that watches this show when these authors come on. You don't do nothing when they ain't here, but when the authors are on, okay, you
I would let that go over my head.
Let it go.
She did let it go over her head. You know, she paused for a moment, but continue to do this. We're not going to let you stop, okay? And authors, you know, Paula, Bobbie, and everybody else that's watching, man, you guys are amazing. You guys have given us a part of you, and we accept that. We support you guys, and I'm telling you, the Distinguished Authors Guild, November the 7th at Area 27, wherever it's at. All right, you guys got to come.
Theater 40.
Yeah,
Theater 47.
Theater 47.
Right,
Even Steve know.
Tinley Park, Illinois.
That's what he said. That's where it's going to be at. Okay, follow your GPS as you get there. Anyway, you guys got to come. All right, you guys.
It's in Park Forest. He said.
Park Forest. Oh, I'm sorry. It was one of them parks. I got one of the
Listen,
words
everybody,
right.
go on Eventbrite. All the right information
I
is
know
there.
my brother John Ruffin owns it. We went to church together. That's my brother.
Hey, Rachel, I didn't curse though. He said he couldn't stay serious. I didn't curse. 2 days in a row. Now, I tell you, I cursed up a storm on the D Stark show. Shout out to D Stark for.
Yes, he did. I was like, "Ooh, he pouring it out now. He making up for lost time."
He wouldn't edit.
Well, I'm gonna cuss out a dog when I get off of here, though. Okay, just for no reason. Why you got 4 legs? What?
Leave that dog alone. Leave that dog alone.
But again, man, okay. Thank you guys for coming to the show. We're gonna have to do an hour show individually with you guys as well once everything is said and done, because we really want to know the whole story. Okay, you guys have amazing stories, and 1 hour with multiple people on, it's just not enough time to tell the story. So we're going to invite you guys back to come on and hang out with us and tell your story. All right, we appreciate you guys so very much.
Yes.
Who's on tomorrow, Gina?
Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Oh, we
Thursday.
have. Oh, tomorrow's Thursday. Rachel's on.
Rachel on.
Rachel.
The Nuggets. CEO Nuggets.
That's
we
right.
get some stuff off our chest too.
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
Bobbie, I'm cussing tomorrow.
For the first 30 minutes, he will be cussing.
Bobbie,
Whatever.
water on his screen.
Whatever. Greg know I'm gonna be up in here. He know.
And just pray for him.
Pray for me. Yes,
Okay.
please pray for me.
Put that holy water on. Hope it don't boil off.
And yeah, Natalie, what is your holy water, Natalie?
Oh, Natalie, you be ready for him, Nat. When you come on here, you put on them gloves, girl.
Yeah, she gonna need gloves. She gonna need. Let me stop.
She know how. She's a triplet. She had to go at it as a kid. When you a triplet, she had to go at it. So she ready.
Cool. Let me stop. Anyway, this is Dope Living TV Live. Okay, we will see you guys tomorrow. CEO Nuggets, Rachel Gary will be on tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.